Season game. He's not over 100 yards.
One catch away from turning it into. Aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way and call it a day, because otherwise he can really.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Loading the pressure right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be put there for Indy. 47 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're talking plaster to a. You can only stay with.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Moss is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Kamara up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Colts will go on offense here. Helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Bulldozes past him. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll roll him out right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Carr. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Carr to throw again. Again, it's Johnson. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, and it's the Texans who are out in front. Dameon Pierce, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Gay now set to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Carr on the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Down the sideline he goes. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now Carr. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Richardson to the air on first down. Forced out to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To the right side, this is Taylor. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Now Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Carr now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Carr again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. First down, it keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, here's a run with Moss. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they will take a knee here. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight
today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First play, and Young is going to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 85 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It's Young on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Young to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, as the head coach...
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Laviska Shenault His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now Richardson back to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First and 10, it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Taylor. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, 1 up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Young to throw it. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. First target, first catch, and a first down. To throw, Young. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Shaquille Leonard leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing, Young. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On first down, Richardson sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards on the play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Richardson. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now it's Richardson. Flush to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Richardson looking to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to Taylor on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Richardson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 28. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. picked off by J.C. Horn. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Fielded at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Here's Richardson throwing on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gay now set to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Young. It's caught. It's Chenault again. Still going inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch catch and run. 64 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go play action with Richardson. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He'll buy some time right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richardson flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Richardson working from the gun. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Richardson escaping the pressure right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Here's Richardson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now Young and the Panthers down by 15. A minute 56 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Young. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Now Young. Complete to Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Young.
It's over.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Here we go. Look at my team.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Taylor. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, It matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And Young's throw there, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
This is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in.